The new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet trailer is weird. It's 14 minutes long of mostly completely new gameplay, but only officially reveals one new Pokemon. However, there's a lot of stuff that goes by quick in the background, including new Generation 9 Pokemon that just aren't acknowledged, and also other details that have crazy implications. So if you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with your friends, and comment your thoughts down below. But yeah, that's regular Wooper, and if you're just kind of like, they're eating a sandwich, what information's going to be on this part? Regular Wooper. So, we've only seen Paldean Wooper, and the problem is, the Pokemon leak community is just complete trash, a lot of nonsense, a lot of bad information gets mixed in with the real information, and then the documentation of it gets really loose. So, I don't remember if any part of the leaks were like, yeah, just regular Wooper's out, Paldean Wooper is the only one you're going to find. And if this messes with, like, the potential Pokemon that are going to be in the decks from the leaks, or if none of it was really acknowledged or known, which means there's still a lot of information that the leakers haven't gotten out. As for what this means, yeah, somehow you're going to get it, but that's interesting. And what it means for, like, the other regional variants and non-regional variants is going to be pretty crazy. But let's talk about new Pokemon. So, we've already talked about these guys in the last video, but there's even more new Pokemon hiding around. So, some kind of bug-looking thing, maybe a spider getting hidden by the menu of this selfie. And the interesting thing is, if it is a spider, well, we've been getting a hint of that Pokemon since the reveal of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet back in February, but still nothing official, just not straight up showing it. And if you go back to that trailer, there's also other hints to other Pokemon that are pretty interesting, and even one of the gym leaders is just kind of there, it seems. And that's what helped us confirm the leaks in the first place. So a lot of weird stuff is going down, but also other details about these Pokemon over here. So when I was first looking at this, I was like, why would they just have like two mouse Pokemon that are taking up such a large thing? Is that just like multiple of them on the map? No, that's one Pokemon, and you can actually tell with the little teensy-weensy little details that one of the tails is up, one of the tails is down, one has yellow on its chest, or not yellow, one has gray on its chest, and then one has gray for like pants. So those are two completely different Pokemon, but they're paired together according to the leaks, and it's gonna be like a mouse couple and then a mouse family. So, and that also brings in like parental bond implications, and I'm not ready to go there just yet. So that's another detail that, like, even though we've covered these new Pokemon, once you have a little bit of time to sit on it, like, wait a second, there's actually differences there. And even though it looks weird, that like, a species of Pokemon is going to take up so much space compared to the other ones. Alright, there we go. And then new parakeet Pokemon, some kind of mushroom, rock. Alright, what else do we have? Oh, there's another new Pokemon! Just kind of randomly chilling at the part where it's like, yeah, we're just gonna go into a Team Star base and beat some things up, and then this guy pops in. And it makes me wonder if this is deliberate or not, because sometimes we've seen like super duper cheeky Giga Brain stuff from the Pokemon Company when it comes to hints, and other times this could easily be an oversight. Seems like the pre-evolution to Armor Rouge and Ceruledge. So it's not like it's going to be anything major, but yeah, just like a random little dude pops in, and oh, by the way, new Pokemon. Man, it was so lame, they only gave us Farigiraf. That's still just a hard name to get right off the top, but yeah, they give us Farigiraf, and now other new Pokemon just like either right there on the minimap or somewhere to be seen, and even then, going back to like the potential spider or some kind of bug Pokemon, items used to make TMs are named after Pokemon, but one of the items is question marks in most languages. Chinese, they forgot to remove it, which could also kind of mean some oversighty stuff, not paying attention. Is that even possible here? Like, maybe the Pokemon on the minimap. Maybe that was deliberate. Who knows? Maybe it wasn't, because you can also see like a lot of other parts and things on the map being scrubbed. So, did they just not realize it? Did they not see it? Or was this part intentional, and then this part right here was unintentional since they forgot to scrub the name in Chinese, and then we have something about a bead spider. It all comes full circle, so many Pokemon weirdness going on. I hope the Pokemon are revealed really soon. Like, we can get a trailer next week that's like, hey, here's all the Pokemon you missed, and that'd be like really cool, and then it just builds up more hype, keeps us going. We get starter evolutions 2 weeks from then, so 3 weeks from now, more gameplay, and then Pokemon Scarlet and Violet comes out. Like, it's 6 weeks, guys, as of the time of making this video. That's going to fly by. But also, wait a second, we've seen the engine Pokemon, but now we have exhaust Pokemon, or other engine shenanigans going on with this. So is this a different form? Which could kind of make sense, pre-evolution into evolution. What kind of slavery is going on here, right? Can't say that word, YouTube's gonna hurt the video. But whatever, what is going on here to, like, convert these Pokemon into, like, or make them, like, work for a car, and then there's multiple of them? Still not acknowledged. At first, the engine felt like Impidimp, but now we're just in completely new stuff. So yeah, new Pokemon all over the place, and then not like, oh, I go onto the website and I find out there's new Pokemon. No, none of that. Speaking of the website, also just kind of the gameplay. All you Lechonk lovers out there, you gotta think about what a pig means to Spain. Iberico ham, anyone? You know, they're meant for eating, and you can actually see that because there's bacon on this BLT. You can also see when they're, like, selecting the ingredients for the food for the sandwich, you can see ham and stuff. So yeah, ham right there. We've seen, like, it's been shown in, like, the anime and multiple Pokemon media that Pokemon are indeed edible. One of the saddest moments of my childhood was there was, like, a happy looking Miltank on a burger wrapper once. But either way, the implications are there, and yeah, like, yeah. What did you think was going to happen? There's going to be bacon in our Pokemon games, and then just referred to as ham. Other details that aren't new Pokemon that are just kind of interesting. So, we saw Trailblaze in the last trailer, but it didn't show us any of the effects or stuff. So now we get to see the effect. Grass Flare Blitz. Those implications are kind of wacky. I would have to take a more serious look, and that can maybe just be like, oh yeah, let's take a quick peek at Gen 9 competitive with, like, just some of the new stuff outside of terrestrializing, because that's already going to be, like, infinite possibility inside of Pokemon. So, like, take a look at all the grass Pokemon. You don't think about what happens if they get non-chlorophyll speed or find a natural +1. Some Scarf, I guess, but yeah, like, you just do that into combos, and now you're crazy while also having terrestrial opportunities. And then we get to see levels. So something that is, like, extra spicy. Also, thank you, YouTube, for that one. Where we didn't see in the last trailer, so people were kind of concerned. And even though it's been 100% debunked on the website, they say go to any gym order and set the challenge you want. There's not going to be level scaling, guys. And level scaling is the dumbest thing to begin with. So with this, like, yeah, we see first gym, maybe second, depending on, like, how the path goes. But early on gym, level 17, but we're gonna have, like, a level 20 Fido, so the Pokemon level's gonna be interesting as we scale through our adventure. And this was something that wasn't there last time. It's there now, so a little bit of extra details kind of piecing together how you move through the region coming through. And that also shows us, like, map things, you set markers, some really cool stuff. But depending on this grid, and depending on how it, like, interacts with what we know about the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet map, all the things we've seen, they've given us, like, so many areas, so many routes, so many bits of gameplay over the last couple of trailers. You can kind of really get a good idea. And one thing that was kind of concerning was, like, earlier on, it really felt like the game was going to be kind of small. Not like, oh, it's just the wild area turned into a whole region. No, much larger than that. But if you, like, look at the first trailer and you compare it with the map, it's like, that's kind of sketchy. Where initially we could see some of the map, but alright, so that lake takes up a really good chunk. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only 6 by 6 or 8 or something. And then in the beginning, like the very beginning of the trailer, you see this lake. And are we really looking at, like, a 10th of the game right here? And it's too much water? Oh no. But as, like, more and more trailers have come out, we've seen more and more gameplay. It's kind of hard to figure out how, like, big and how expansive this game is actually going to be. We can even see something like that. Like, that's a somewhat little area and showing us one of the Team Star bases, and later we're raiding through that Team Star base. And when you think about it, people tried with Pokemon Legends and Pokemon Sword and Shield to really figure out how big the game was going to get, and when you think about it, people tried with Pokemon Sword and Shield and Pokemon Legends, but you can never really understand the scope and scale of the map of the game until you're in there playing it. And Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, as we can see right there, that's a nice little area we have. Still has some twists and turns. We can see how it looks on the map, and that's just going to be a part of it. Also, the sense of scale, how expansive it is. There's still quite a lot to this game, so I don't think it's like a huge map, but it's still looking a lot bigger than we initially thought, and there's still going to be a lot to do here, so looking pretty good. And then just going off of some of the other gameplay, this is from the Titan storyline. So again, multiple stories, multiple paths, no gym order, game's looking incredible. And you can see, like, yeah, this is a canyon area, so there's going to be a lot of, like, turns and paths, and it's going to kind of stretch out a bit. And we see that in the map, and that's just one of the areas. Also DLC, expanding the game, all of that other good stuff, and even more. So if you really want to, there's a lot to go off of with, like, other screenshots and other map little bits that they've been giving us into figuring out exactly how big the game is. Also kind of like seeing this mini max raid battle where, yeah, you can wreck these things if you want. So Grass Drifloon coming in on the Terra Blast and then just taking out a Titan Pokemon or doing an incredible amount of damage. No shields, no stuff like that. Has to scurry off, and okay. So yeah, maybe some crazy people will come out there and like sew the map together or something and maybe find some extra details that have still been missed. But overall, it's looking great. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.